Hey, this is Ben. Just wanted to kind of share with you an experience that I'm going through at this moment of tremendous stress. So in my external world, you can see on the screen of my car that I am on absolute zero. I only have 3 miles left. In my internal environment, what you can see is the tension in my face. You can see it around my eyes and my forehead. What you can't see is that inside, right about here, is this kind of pressure that's closing and pushing out at the same time. It feels big, and part of the reason why it's as big as it is right now is because I have a meeting that I'm late for. My car is almost completely out of gas, and I'm just feeling stress in general. This morning was just a stressful environment. It just is. Now, from the perspective of the training and from mindfulness, I can deploy different techniques, but for example, at the moment, I'm driving, so there's not really anything I can do. So part of the practice of mindfulness isn't the elimination of stress or fixing stress or keeping stress from happening to you. It's being with stress, interacting with stress, living with stress. And for me, it's not kind of losing it, which is like kind of falling apart or getting angry or frustrated. Just talking about it, even on a video to y'all, has kind of made it feel a little bit better. A couple deep breaths have helped. And so now I'm almost at my destination. My car says I only have 2 miles left till I'm empty. Oh boy. And that's just kind of part of the experience. So when's the last time you really felt stressed, like really in the moment? Please share. My experience with stress today has come with doubt, worry, and fear. Those three things, the combination doubt, worry, and fear, are very historical for me. So they have a whole lot of story. So when my mind starts thinking in that direction, there's a whole lot of evidence, right? There's a whole lot of story, there's a whole lot of feeling, there's a whole lot of just thought. There's also a whole lot of thought around how I've been successful in the past and how there has been progress and this, that, and the other kind of thing. And so I get stuck in this kind of narrative where I doubt, worry, fear the future myself and talk myself out of doubt, worry, fear. And so this is something I've done most of my life. And it's a conversation that I've been, participating with myself most of my life. Before mindfulness, the experience was very one-dimensional. It was just interacting with thought. Now I have the tools for changing the experience or my perception of the experience from just thinking about it to being able to be in my body with it, being able to deploy practices that help bring me out of the idea and into the experience of. So I've got these tools and it's very helpful. That said, there's still times like today when my general internal environment is one of fear, doubt, and worry. And so the experience of that is kind of a sinking feeling, there's a rounded feeling, and there's a shame element. My energy feels like this. It feels like if there's the location of the feeling is my whole body. It's not like a particular area. It's just a general feel in my whole body. The feeling of it is like leaning forward, like hunched back, and the experience around others, for example, is a shame experience. I have I'm not good enough, and so my inclination is not to look up, not to make eye contact. So that, what I noticed just when I picked up my daughter was, not only does that kind of shield me from interaction, but I also don't benefit from interaction. So there's this kind of drag that I have to kind of make up for with, I don't know, just kind of keep going. So the experience of it is very full, it's very dynamic, it's pervasive. It's been kind of the most present thing throughout my day. By 12:30, but I've been up since 5. All right, baby, we'll get you out of the car in just a second. We're almost home. But the feeling is heavy. It's a full feeling. And before mindfulness, the experience was one of identification and just doubt and not good enough, gotta change direction, fear, everything's gonna fall apart, this is all gonna fail. The beauty of the practice is I can have those thoughts, and I do, but I don't identify with them. I recognize them as big and strong and powerful, and I recognize that they're there, but I don't identify with them. I may just feel these sensations, these experiences, think these things, but I am aware that they're taking place. I am not them. I am not failure. I am not the potential for. And so this distinction offers me some space. Now, that doesn't mean I'm floating on cloud 9, just like, oh, I never feel stress, I'm not feeling this. No, it's impacting me, but I am with it. I am not dominated by it. So today I've done a kind of a internal environment journaling. Mindfulness as a practice attempts to be bigger than labels. So you're inside of a mindful practice, from the armor down way of thinking, you are non-judgmental about the idea of what you've got going on, your experience of what you've got going on, and the mystery of what you've got going on. Internal, external, idea. You can't go down there, it's too wet. Idea, experience, mystery. You can't go down there, you just gotta hang out with me. Just gotta hang out with me. Here, I'll switch. And the purpose of that is to deal with the possibility of internal environments that show up that have qualities that are commonly associated with ideas like depression, shame, anxiety. And the idea is that you experience these things with what's called equanimity, non-judgment. You recognize them as happening, you give them their due, but there is no identification with. And this is just really helpful, because here I am on the other side of a day that included, as the past 2 videos show, a host of what I often refer to as the shadow side of the human experience. And the heaviness of it, the stress of it, the weight of it, is just not as present. I very much remember, and I'm very conscious of the urge to take action and keep moving and working that the shadow side often brings for me. But I was able to participate with it, and that's why I practice. That's why I train. Now, if you want to learn how to recognize the moment as both the idea of it and the experience of it, buy a smart mat.